Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I want to talk to you about a concept that I've been thinking about for a little while here, but I figured I'd formalize, and that is Schrödinger's bath. So first off, I got to explain the namesake of this. There was a guy named Schrödinger, physicist type, who studied quantum mechanics and whatnot. I was thinking about the ideas of superpositions, and he came up with this thought experiment that kind of explains the idea a little bit. So in Schrödinger's box, you start off with a box. In his case, it is not a USPS medium flat rate box. Instead, it is a sealed box, a steel box. And inside the box, you put, it's Schrödinger's cat, not Schrödinger's box, but still. Inside the box, you put a cat, usually not a stuffed one, usually it's a live one. And inside the box with the cat, you put a little device. Usually it's not a scale, it's another device. And in fact, that device in the classical was looking for very random radiation emissions off of a little isotope, which basically could happen at any given moment, but is unlikely to happen at any one moment. And the moment that it did that, it would, break a poison gas vial and kill the cat inside the box. That's sad, but that's the way thought experiments sometimes go. And the idea is that you then seal the box up. So the cat's in there with the device that sooner or later will kill the cat, but you don't know when that happens. And so then you walk away from the box, and at this point in time, things get a little bit weird, because when you first seal the box up, you're pretty sure the cat's alive. The chance that that thing went off, immediately are very, very low. But as time goes on, it becomes more and more likely that the cat inside the box is already dead. I mean, as it goes way, way on, you pretty much know, but that's beside the point. But there becomes a certain point where it's like the probability that the cat inside this box is dead is about equivalent to the probability that the cat inside the box is alive. And so simultaneously, the cat is both dead and alive inside that box. Both are equally likely. And until you actually open the box and look and say, oh, it's a stuffed cat, or something like that, you have no idea. The cat is dead and alive at once. And that's kind of awesome. And I enjoy that very, very much as a thought experiment, not the fate of the poor cat. Don't do this to your freaking cats, guys. Physicists make very terrible animal tenders, unless they're being kind to actual animals. But anyways, that's Schrödinger's box. Schrödinger's bath is kind of a related concept in the gear world. So let's say that I've got this guy right here. This is an Omega Planet Ocean. And it's a great watch. I love this watch so much, but it's also a really pricey watch. And so from time to time, I think, would I be happier if I sold this guy? But let's say this is a $6,600 watch. Let's say for the sake of the experiment that I paid $6,000 for it. A little less than retail. You should never pay retail for an Omega. Talk to your authorized dealer. But anyways, Schrödinger's bath is the fact that right now, I don't know how much this watch would sell for. It could be the case, for instance, that I happen upon the perfect buyer. There is a guy in the next town over who, because it is Sunday, cannot go to a local jewelry store and buy one of these. The Omega boutique is now closed. Maybe, actually probably not, or maybe they don't have it in stock, and he needs it for a dinner party this evening. He needs this exact watch. No other watch would do. And so as a result of these very unlikely situations, this person is willing to pay me the exact price that I've got into this watch to get back out of it. So I have taken zero bath. Yet, it could also be the case that if I post this, nobody wants this watch. Maybe everybody who wants a Planet Ocean already has one. Or maybe, they'd only be willing to pay a stupid small amount of money. Maybe it's the case that the only way I could sell this watch, and this is also pretty unlikely, would be by listing it for like $500, which point somebody would take pity on me and buy the watch for that. At that point, I would take a, $5,500 bath. But the thing is, until I sell the watch, until I post the for sale ad, I don't know how much of a bath I am taking. There is a superposition here. I am either taking no bath at all, or a $5,500 bath is someplace in between, but I don't know which it is because I haven't posted the ad. I haven't opened the box yet. I am simultaneously taking a huge bath and coming out of it okay. And that's Schrödinger's bath right there. And the thing is, this seems ridiculous. Anybody with half a brain knows, well, Nick, come on, the value is lost. You just don't know what it is. But that's exactly the point here. There's a superposition, guys. Come on, quantum physics and whatnot. But the thing is, and I'm sure every physics major right out there is cringing right now, but the thing is, this is actually logic that some people apply. Maybe it's tongue-in-cheek. I've had people say to me, oh, Nick, I never sell knives, because if you never sell a knife, you never take a loss on a knife. Well, yes, this is true. You never know that you've taken a loss. And similarly, there are definitely items that you buy and you like, for instance, maybe it was at the top of the hype cycle. You bought a Hinderer XM18 for $600. And you know that if you tried to sell it now, you could come nowhere near that. But you know what? It's in your collection. And if you never try to sell it, you never take the loss. And so you're in Schrödinger's bath. Everything's okay. Can just assume that little $600 kitty is inside there purring along happily with the little device doing not a damn thing. That's the idea here. And so, at some level, this is a part of actual buying decisions, or selling decisions that people are actually making. And this is kind of related, I think, to the sunk cost fallacy, the idea that, well, I've already got this much money into it, I might as well. And it's very, very easy to think to yourself, well, okay, to visualize what's going on here. And again, I'm not necessarily selling this guy. I've contemplated it, but I don't think it's going to happen immediately because, well, I don't want to open the box, guys. Okay, but nonetheless, there's the idea here that somehow it feels way worse to find out that what was $6,000 is now only $4,400 or something like that, than it does to figure out, okay, well, now I've got $4,400 I never had. There is that real emotional sort of thinking and irrationality that is, that goes into these decisions. That's really weird. I mean, we as humans are absolutely freaking bizarre. We don't think about things that good, generally speaking. And this is another example, but the thing is, I find myself guilty of this too, and I think a lot of people in the community do. So there's maybe not much of a point there, except maybe to just bring attention to this issue, to the idea of Schrödinger's bath, and the fact that I think a lot of people do this, whether they're thinking about it explicitly or not. The idea that, well, maybe I'd lose some money, but I just don't open the box. So anyways, there you go. I hope this has been interesting to you, that your cats are very much alive and well. Please don't do the thought experiment, and if you do open the door, I hope you're not taking much of a bath. Hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourselves just an absolutely quantum rest of your day. Well, actually, that'd be having a really good rest of your day and a really bad rest of your day at the same time. Anyways, have a good one, everybody. Bye now.